Hey black women, I came across a very disturbing video on TikTok. Now, I don't know if this is a skit or not because to me it looks like a skit, but even if it's not, the message, now I get off my table, the message is what is important. Now, we all remember not too long ago that there was the young mother of the 5 children that supposedly gave her children for ACS, right? And ever since her, there's been an increase in this, parents in their 50s and 60s with children that are in their 30s, 20s, and early 40s, right? In reference to the, oh, my parents don't help me take care of my kids, they don't babysit, I can't catch a break, right? That type shit. In addition to the increase of the no contact with my parents videos. All right. So now, keep in mind that all of this is bullshit, and it is really a ploy to make the relationship conversation convoluted and nonsensical to the point where you disregard important things like West 4B movement, self-centering, and completely stopping prioritizing relationships with males, marriage, having children, dating, giving these fucking bum-ass broke niggas free sex. You need to stop all of that. And the reason a lot of this is resurfacing on TikTok and YouTube is because of the population reduction, right? The birth dearth. We all know that TikTok is under scrutiny right now. America wants to do away with it because it is one of the only platforms where you actually get more real, concrete information shared between everyone in society, giving up the real current events of the world and informing the everyday citizen of what is actually going on in this world, giving us a real level of Renaissance education directly from the people who are showing us in their lives what's happening and what we need to be aware of. All right. Then you have the ignorance of YouTube, where you have the majority of content creators in the black sphere who are bought and paid for. They're literally fucking coons who are on here to exploit black women and to make black women romanticize marriage, romanticize being with black males, because remember, you are undesirable. You're the least desirable, and all those stereotypical bullshit and dumbass relationship videos and marriage videos and the black community videos and all that bullshit that they want to flood your brain with, to brainwash you into thinking that there is some utopian magical future where black males are going to actually be men one day, and there will be these so-called fake 2-parent households with functional parents where children turn out perfect, just like, something out of a fairy tale, when none of that is true. None of that is true when you live in a patriarchy, and these white males are allowing these black males to kill black women every 4 to 5 hours of the day, continue to human traffic our girls, sexually violate our children, beat them half to death, and just cause a whole slew of other traumatic events in life. Everything from the crazy stuff that goes on in foster homes to what goes on in school with teachers and everybody else who are abusing these kids and hiding behind their titles. It's all nonsense. But all of this is being done currently because they need black women to get back on their slave jobs and populate the world so that rich people get richer black women get poorer and they stay in hopeless situations where they are never going to be able to elude poverty, domestic violence, and black femicide. So you have an election coming. You have countries all over this world withdrawing from dealing with America, increasing their own currency, and trying to vie for becoming the next universal currency of the world, which is the BRICS nations, right? America sees this, and they understand that if they do not have the influence they used to have abroad, they have to go out of their way and do double time to have influence here in their own country with us, the ones who have always populated this country with our black babies' bodies to provide them workers for low wage and almost no wage earning jobs, to fill their prisons, to fill their experiments, to do everything ignorant and detrimental to us so they benefit in the process. All right. So this is where this video comes in. While we have all of this going on, oh, so I forgot to mention the fact that women's rights are being rolled back in time and taken away from us because we are exercising so much of our freedoms and our autonomy over our literal rights outside of our reproductive rights, right? They're having a problem with that because we are not as controllable as we were even 4 years ago. So now that women are coming into this huge epiphany, sense of self, this incredible rites of passage where women are going, no, I am going from an adult to a full-blown woman where my interest is primary and I don't give a fuck about yours. That's what the problem is. Because patriarchy makes males important and it oppresses and suppresses women and girls. So now you have a rise of all of these videos coming out of nowhere where younger mothers in their 30s and 40s and late 20s are once again stereotypically blaming their mothers, that their mothers did not properly prepare them for life and did not teach them how to be moms, and are the worst people in the world because they don't help them be a parent to their children, that those women chose to lay down, spread their legs, and have those children for useless, no good, abandoning black males, right? Okay. So the videos now are trying to get black women to all jump on this bandwagon of having children. This is the most important part, right? The videos are out here to influence you. Remember, white people have already said that black people are the most influenced by social media, right? So they're creating videos double time of black women having children they don't want. Now you got to understand what this does to you while you're seeing this and while you're understanding all the rest of this stuff I spoke about that is going on right now in time. They are trying to desensitize you to having throwaway children, okay? And throwaway in every definition of throwaway. Like literally throw them away because you don't want them. Throw away to mean like you become so desensitized to your own kids that you don't care what happens to them, and you even get to the point where you're rooting for bad shit to happen to them. They want you to be like this. So they're pushing videos that show mothers openly becoming like black males, deadbeat dads, abandoning their children, all for the sake of chasing behind broke dick and degenerate, severely impoverished futures. Like the video that's going to follow me talking, I give credit to the entire video, every creator that was involved in the video. And I want to say fair use to putting the video behind the video now I'm speaking on. They're trying to glorify irresponsibility and neglectful mothers to their children. All right, they started with allowing the one girl who put her kids supposedly in ACS go viral. Now they're trying to make other videos go viral of these young women literally dropping their fucking kids off with their mother and other family members and taking off to go fuck some broke bum ass nigga from here to eternity, as if running off into the sunset with some fucking dude is a better thing to do than standing up being a woman who takes care of herself alone and her children, and in turn changes and creates better generations of people as each generation comes about. Because what they're trying to do is get you to not get rid of the dysfunction in the black community. Because if women literally were to stop fucking, marrying, and having children with these black males that don't work, don't get an education, are violent, cause all the crimes in the communities, are the main ones killing black women by black femicide 4 to 5 hours of every day, and stealing our little black girls and selling them into prostitution and human trafficking. Once you get rid of all of them and you start actually making it a priority in your life to center yourself, take care of yourself, think about what you need first, not a male of any kind, and you stay steadfast and true on those children and raise them hard, both the boys and the girls, with restrictions, responsibilities, right? And the understanding of what them needing to be dependable and reliable is all about. All that shit that's going on right now where none of them graduate high school, they're dumb as fuck, they don't have no type of emotional intelligence, they think going to prison is a rites of passage which makes them a man. They run around socializing each other and trying to fuck with little young boys' minds about womanizing and hating black women and just instilling misogyny and hate for women in general. Listen, once you weed these people out and you actually replace them with children that you have spent your time parenting, nurturing, and giving them all the parental guidance you can provide, the dysfunction goes away. And then now the black community can actually focus on really building institutions and working within institutions that already exist for the progression of black women and girls, which will ultimately lead to like a generation or a whole race of women that are the best mothers, cranking out children that get better and better by each generation. So of course they want to stop that, and they want to include the dysfunction because they need you to be broken in order for white America to succeed. So thus this video comes into place where this young girl literally is telling her 60-something-year-old mother she's going to leave her 3 young children with her mother, who the mom can't take care of, because there's a point in the video she does say her health is a concern, but the young woman doesn't care, the daughter doesn't care about that, because the whole scenario is set up to where this young woman, that's the young mother who's leaving her kids, is only concerned with worrying about having the attentions and affections of a black male who literally has promised no future to her besides her jumping up and down on his lap and her feeling like she's temporarily loved because she has become his personal cum basket. It is really fucking sick when you think about the psychology of it, and the fact that they end the video with allowing this young woman to do this and leave the grandmother stuck with the kids sets you up for a false narrative. Because let me tell you what would happen. Most black grandmothers who are in their 50s, even fucking 40s, 50s, and 60s, if you do that to them, they have no choice but to report you to child services and the police and the family court, because that is the only way. If they are going to take care of those children, they will be able to provide services, get money from the government, and the aid that they need in order to make sure that those children are cared for in the home. What is happening is that a lot of these young mothers that are on YouTube that I see and TikTok talking incredible shit about grandmothers that supposedly don't want to help them with their children, they are the most selfish, ignorant bitches I have ever seen, because they are not thinking about the facts of life. Me being a person who's in their 50s and has like a few years before I get to 60, you don't understand the changes of the body because you haven't made it as far as I am, okay? Your energy levels, even though you're not walking around like you're about to die any minute, are not the same as they were when you were 19 or 22. For me to run about 20 blocks straight without being really heavy-winded after I finish, I have to do cardio and keep myself up, okay? I have to take my asthma treatment, and I have to make sure my body is in good condition, because and I'm saying that because I used to run that when I was younger like it was nothing, okay? So just for us to run like a long distance or any type of distance, we are extra winded because we have extra weight on our bodies because we're older, right? Our bodies are not as quick as they used to be. When I say quick, I mean there is a level of muscle atrophy that happens with your body as you start to get older. Not saying that your body's where your muscles go away, you're not strong. No, it is a process that every living being goes through, because it's like your body grows to a peak, right, of its greatest potential in life. And then as you get to the older ages in life, it starts to deteriorate towards death. So that's what's happening when you have these parents that are in their 50s and 60s, and they are not the people that actually work out, take care of themselves, are really up on all of everything that's going on with their body, and they're in good health. Most of them are not in good health. They're on lots of medications, and they have a lot of illnesses to deal with. High blood pressure, diabetes, whatever it else is out there, right? And a lot of autoimmune diseases, because black women have the largest amount of autoimmune diseases in this country. So anyway, these young women are not thinking about this. They don't care, right? And they make it seem as if another person, their mother, is responsible for their choices in life, which is a problem I have with those videos completely. Then back to what I was saying about the mom. In order for her to be able to get any assistance with those children, such as daycare, in some states, like in my state where I live in New York, if anyone would leave their children with their grandparents and take off, there is a system we have here called kinship care, where the city would provide the grandparents or whatever relative it is, right, with somebody to come into the home to help them take care of the kids, if there's too many kids, depending on the age and etc. They provide after school care, extracurriculum, a whole bunch of stuff, because the whole thing is to make the child whole and give the child a life that they would have if the parents were still there doing what they were supposed to do. Okay, so now in order for that to happen, the grandmother has to set the law on the parent that has abandoned the child. Now, what will happen is that when all of these parents, when these girls see these videos and start following the lead of this bullshit, is that you end up with a new population of young black women in prison. Because what will happen is that the warrant will go out for their arrest for child abandonment, child neglect, all these different social services, child abuse laws. And believe me, if you ever read the book, because for every sector in life, there is a law book on it. So you have criminal law, you have civil law, right? You have penal law, and then you have social service law. You have, it's so many different laws. Domestic violence law, it's volumes of law books, right? So they will use every single charge they can to violate those mothers with once they leave with these dudes to so-called live their life and become stress-free and just take a breather or stop parenting for a while, to make these women now their new population of bodies, black bodies, that they could profit off of. Because you can't just fade off the grid everybody, right? Some people can, but most people can't. You got to resurface at some point, because you're gonna need money, because you're not running away with a billionaire, you're running away with a bum. So you're gonna need money, you're gonna need a place to stay, you're gonna need food to eat, clothes to buy, etc. So you're gonna resurface. And the first time you resurface and your information goes into the system, you're going to be found, you're going to be arrested, you're going to be charged, and you're going to be sentenced. And now you're going to be working for the state for free, and you're going to be making money for the government the way that they just led you with the little carrot on the stick dangling in front of you down the path of destruction where they wanted you to be. That's what's going to come out of videos like this and dumbass girls following this trend. And following the trend, period, of the separation between mother and daughter, ageism, colorism, and all that ignorant shit that gets twisted up in your brain that keeps you from receiving a message from an elder or an older black woman, your mother, your grandmother, your aunt, your cousin, who's trying to warn you of what the fuck is down the road, because you were too silly to see long term, because you so focused on short term shit and instant gratification and dick. This is gonna be a disaster, but I am really hoping that the women today are way smarter than the government and all their strategists that put these silly fucking pieces in motion to cause you dysfunction and really a really bad interruption in your life where you're going to lose your freedom. Because I'm trying to explain to you that when you leave your kids with your parents, the same way when the guys leave their children, they abandon their children, they're automatically put on child support, and that is the anchor that pulls them down in life. The same thing will happen to women, but because women are mostly the primary care providers at all times, that is going to be a crazy child neglect charge and abandonment charges that are going to land you in prison for a real fucking sentence, period. It is not a joke. It is you got to be careful when you fucking with child charges. That's the point I'm trying to make in a whole. When you get arrested for anything with children, they go hard on you when it comes to the time served. So I'm done with talking, okay? I just want you to know that please do not follow the trends on these videos. The government, society on the whole, because black women are not churning out these babies and being these welfare mothers the way they want us to be, they're trying to set you up for prison. And they're trying to throw romance and all types of fantasy and limerence at you, so that you are so focused on dudes and fucking and feeling loved and I want to be desired and all that stupid shit, to losing your freedom. That's what they're doing. Because When you run away, they're hoping that you're out there being like black males and going from nigga to nigga, having child after child, and just running free like a damn fool, frolicking into nowhere, okay? So when you watch this video now, don't get caught on the emotion. Look at, if you can, the action and then the consequence, if you can, throughout the video. Like, and I mean in all ways. Look at what the children are being exposed to and how it traumatizes them. Look at what happens between the mother and the daughter's conversation that traumatizes them and that tears away at their bonds that they should have with each other. Try to look at things from a different scope, where you're looking at the psychological breakdown of the unit and the relationship of all the people and individuals involved in that situation. And then you'll understand like how this is not something that young girls should be flocking to, but it is what they're putting out here because they need to keep people misdirected, unfocused, and stupid, so that you don't get your shit together and things change for the better for everybody in this country. All right, I'm done talking. Please enjoy the other half of this video. And young black women, do not fall for this shit. If you have children and you're a single parent, suck it up. Become a good parent and do like all the rest of us did. Stay there and be a good mother. Stop worrying about dudes. Raise your children properly, and then when they're grown, it doesn't take that long for your kids to get to high school and they get out of your house to college. Then you can worry about running around completely naked in your house with as many men as you want. Just safeguard your children. Do not put men in front of your children, and do not make males a priority in your life. You and your children, if you have them, are your priority in life. Please. Because they are really trying to set black women up for all types of falls.
Wait, don't go in the house yet.
Why not?
Hey, listen. Go on to the, just go sit on the porch. Hey, listen. What do you think you're doing?
I'm dropping them off for good. Listen, I met a younger guy, and he don't want no kids, and he don't want to, listen, he don't want to deal with them. And so I'm dropping these kids off so me and him can live our life. We want to travel. We want to explore the world. And I can't do that with kids.
My God.
I can't.
I cannot believe.
It's time for me to be happy. And I just want to be happy and stress-free without these children. That's all I want.
Then you should ask me, baby.
I shouldn't have to ask. You are the grandparent.
It's respect, Angel. It's respect.
Well, I hope that you respect my decision on moving on my life with my new man and no kids.
I'm not raising your kids.
Well, I'm not either.
Well, I don't know what to tell you because I'm not doing it. I'm just letting you know right now I'm not doing it. These are your 3 kids.
I'm tired of being a single parent. I'm tired.
But you
When you have children, they become your number one priority.
the one that laid down and made the decision to have 3 kids. That is not my responsibility. And this is the last time you're going to do this. You're not doing it anymore. It's your responsibility, not mine.
Well, it was not my plan to be no single parent.
Well, it's not my plan to be a grandmother that's going to take care of somebody's 3 kids because they feel like they're not responsible anymore, that they don't want to be a mother anymore either.
Well, look, I just can't. I can't do this no more. I'm tired. I'm overwhelmed. I'm stressed. It's depressing. I can't do it.
But you're going to have
I do it.
Do you understand that you're going to have to do this?
Well, I don't want to.
Okay, but I can't. Do you understand that I'm not going to take care of your children? I'm not getting ready to raise 3 kids.
Look,
do you know how old
you never
Oh my
taught me
God.
how to be a mom. You didn't tell me what to do. You didn't help me. So now it's your turn. You take your grandkids so I can live my life stress-free.
Okay, but the reason that I could not teach you how to be a mother, Angel, is because I was working a full-time job.
You have to understand that the majority of the time, our parents did the best they could with what they had. We may not feel like we got everything we wanted, but look, some of our parents worked 2 jobs. Some of our parents had to do the impossible. So let's take it easy on them.
That's not my problem.
I cannot. I'm not. Just hear me out when I say I'm not gonna take care of your 3 kids that you had because you're disrespectful. You just come over here and just drop them off.
I have to ask you to watch your grandchildren?
No, you're not talking about watching. You just told me I was gonna have to raise them.
I have to ask you to raise your grandchildren?
Oh my God.
They're your grandchildren.
Oh
It's
my
your responsibility.
I can't even believe I'm hearing this from you right now. I cannot believe that you actually think that I'm supposed to say it's okay that I'm just gonna just give up my life, my freedom, to raise 3 kids that are not even mine. I raised you all, and that's all I'm gonna do. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. So you can forget that. I'm not doing it.
You did not raise us.
What you?
And I'm not raising mine. So it's your responsibility now. So if you don't mind, I can just drive off. You raise your grandchildren. You can do it better than I can. I can't do it.
I want you to hear me when I say this.
I hear you, but
I am not raising your 3 kids. I am not keeping them today. I'm not keeping them tomorrow. Matter of fact, this is all your responsibility from this point on. You should have thought about that after you had the first one, and then the second one, and then now you got 3. Hey, girl, bye.
You had 3.
Yeah, well, and I raised all 3 of y'all.
You did not.
Yes, I did.
You didn't.
You had everything that you wanted. I was right there to teach and instill in you. I don't even know where this attitude is coming from. I didn't raise you like this, Angel.
Okay, well, listen. Being a single parent will make you angry, mad, upset, and stressed, and everything above, and I am tired.
But you cannot come over here and drop those children off and think that I'm supposed to say, yes, I'm going to do it, because I'm not. Now, look, hey. Yeah,
There's no point in you telling them to get back in the car because they're not coming with me.
I'm not.
Why is all this going on in front of the children? They see you. They hear you. Wow.
Come on here. Yo, come on and get in this car.
They're not coming.
I'm not.
For what?
Hey,
What is the point of them getting back in the car?
I'm not.
I'm not either, so.
Yeah, get in the car here.
Oh my God.
Come on here. Get in the car. Grandma loves you.
Love you too.
All right, and I'll see you later. Angel, yeah. We're done talking. We're done. You can go now. You can go now. Go on and pull off. I don't know what you're sitting here for.
Out.
Don't get out.
of my
Don't
car.
get out. What? What in the world?
Get out.
Hey, oh my God. No, she.
Yeah, get out.
Hey, Angel, what is? No, this chick did. Oh my God.
Wow. I can't wait to hear your thoughts on this. First, she was very disrespectful, and I understand it is tough being a single parent. But like your mom said, it was tough after the first child. It was tough after the second one. Then you went and had a 3rd baby. So it's 3 times as hard. Yes, you're going to have some good days and you're going to have some bad days, but you press on. We got to start asking for help. That's why we say it takes a village. Yeah, we make mistakes, but ask for help when you need help. Don't get to this breaking point to where you just like, I'm done, and go attempt to drop your children off. They see this. They hear you. How do you think they feel? I would feel so unwanted, so unloved if I was those children. Our main goal is to protect our children by any means necessary. As grandparents, we're there to help. We're there to aid. If anything happens to you, then that's when we take on full responsibility. But those are your babies. You birthed them. You had them. They're your responsibility. Drop your comments. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to hit that like, share, subscribe, follow. You know what to do. Let's get this conversation going. Let's go. Oh, you gotta watch this.